Alright, so this is definitely a video that I didn't want to title like how to win at social situations because it is so ego based. Oh my god, there's always so much noise outside. Yeah, so how to win at social situations. Now, this is directly coming from what I know, has been my experience from going out and talking to a lot and a lot of people. I've probably talked to thousands of people like over the past year. So not a lot compared to some of the people that I know, but it's definitely a lot. And I had to like start from the bottom. I don't know. It's like you can't even see where the bottom is. Like I started from a place where where I had social skills, but I didn't really trust myself. So I like, even though I had like this level of social skills, I didn't trust myself. So that meant I was like starting from the bottom. You know, those situations where you are not confident about yourself. When you walk into a room and you think everybody else is like much more higher value than you, and you automatically like just like start to stutter, maybe don't look people in the eye properly, and just speak in a lower, less charismatic version of yourself. You become that version, right? So that was me when I used to go out. It has improved considerably so far, and I'm gonna outline like exactly what you need to do to basically walk into any room and own the room, where the people in the room would want to be your friends, would want to meet you, hang out with you, and just how to be a much more charismatic person in general. So this is like the idea from what I have gotten, and I'm gonna use an analogy of video games, multiplayer video games, so not just single player. So if you have played multiplayer video games, I'm not talking about Minecraft. I'm talking about video games like Call of Duty, GTA 5, or role play, or wherever where you talk to people one on one, or like in a group scenario, or like voice call or whatever, right? So let's get started. So the very first thing, when you open your mouth, the person hears is the sound of your words, is how your words sound, is how loudly are you speaking, is your tonality. Now this is very important. Now let's say there's a room of people that you don't know, they don't know you, but you are about to walk into that room, you are about to introduce yourself. Now what happens if you go into the room and you know start the conversation like, hello, my name is Wahid and I'm here to speak to you. That might look calm, but if you speak slowly, I mean not slowly, in such a low volume, in a big room where people can barely hear you, they, it's not a conscious decision, but they will automatically in your mind think that you are not used to this. You are not used to like environments where you talk to a lot of people, where people actually kind of look up to you. So it is, I know it's much more easier than said than done, but it requires a bit of two things actually. It requires you to relax, which comes from repetition. So let's say it's like my other videos. It's like whatever skill you start at, you are going to suck. There's no easy way. There's no tips, techniques, unless you put up a persona, unless you act to be somebody you are not, which you can do. You can just stuff down that nervousness and can do, but it is not a long-term strategy by any means. It is very exhausting. It's not fun, and it's always like gonna keep you on the edge, or like it's so mentally like exhausting. Just think, every time you have to see those people, talk to those people, you have to put up that persona every time, and it's not congruent. Like it's not congruent to who you are. So if you merge those group of people with somebody else that knows you for who you are, how are you gonna like balance that persona? For this guy knows you differently, this guy knows you differently, how are you going to balance that, right? It is a recipe for disaster basically. So first thing I talked about is that tonality, is how you speak loudly, how confident do you sound in yourself. Right now I'm talking to the video right now. I want you to do something, a very simple exercise that you can like everybody can do. Pull up your phone. I'm recording with my phone, so I can't really show you. Pull up your phone, record yourself talking for at least 5 minutes. Any subject, anything you know, anything you don't. Talk about your day. How did your day go? What did you do? Talk about for 5 minutes and see, like, okay, first do that, pause the video and do that, or maybe do that at the end of the video, it doesn't matter. First you need to understand is like, once you do that, you are going to, when you watch through that video, some of you might cringe at it, like looking at your own video. I used to, but now I'm much more better at this, so I don't really care about all of this stuff. What you need to realize is you need to pay conscious attention, be more aware of how you sound, where you are looking in the video. Are you looking right at the camera like I am right now, or are you looking like here? Like, let's say most of the people that are not used to camera or talking to camera usually just have their eyes dart around when they're talking, because they're trying to remember consciously what they are going to speak, right? So when it's a thing, if you study I don't know if it's psychology, I don't know where I read it, but it said like our memories are stored in like different parts of our brain. So whenever we need to access those parts, it's not like required, but it's helpful. Our eyes, if it's like I can't exactly tell you where those parts are, but if sometimes some emotions will make our eyes go down, maybe in the left side like this when we are trying to remember it, or some emotions might make us look up like this. Okay, so this is what, if you notice how I am looking, how my eyes are going in the video when I'm not looking directly at the camera, you will understand what I'm talking about. So what does this mean? I'm getting off track, but you need to understand, when you watch your own video, are you talking to the camera? Are you talking to the camera itself? Now the camera here is the person you're talking to. What does this mean in a conversation? It means like when you're walking into the room, if you're talking one-to-one, are you looking the person straight in the eyes? That doesn't mean you have to be a creep and just look in the eyes like this whenever you talk and never take your eyes off it. It's like it's an on-off thing. It's like a switch. You have to balance it, but keeping your eyes onto the person means you are giving your attention to them. Okay, that doesn't mean when they are not talking, when you are not talking, when you guys are just chilling, you have to constantly stare at them. No, that doesn't mean that. You can dart around, whenever you're talking, maybe you dart around, like I said, your eyes go here and there. It's completely normal, but this was the problem with me. I didn't really look people in the eyes. I looked in the general face area, so it gave the people impression that I was looking in their eyes, but I didn't really look at them. It is hard at the start. It is definitely hard. It's nothing easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So that is what you need to understand. Like, you need to make a habit. You need to be more aware whenever you are talking to people. From right now, from after they watch this video, you need to make a habit of looking at their eyes. You can look at the right eye, left eye, doesn't matter. You can switch between, but don't switch like don't go all ADD and just switch. That will like not only ruin your focus and not make you pay attention to what they are saying, but you will play these games of like switching between the eyes, and they will think you are some kind of retard or something. Just look at one of their eyes intently like this. Pay close attention to what they are saying. You don't have to be creep. Balance it out. Find a sweet spot for it. Once you do it more and more, you will understand what I'm saying. So tonality and eye contact. Tonality, you have to be loud. When you record yourself and you play it back, you have to hear it properly. Are you sounding like stuffed up? Are you speaking like this? If you are a man, are you speaking from the depth of your body, like from your stomach? Or are you speaking like from the nose? I don't know. Am I actually speaking from the nose? I think I'm trying to speak from the stomach. So if I slow down my speech like this, I do a better job of speaking much more in a masculine and a deep way. But it also, it gives powers to my word, but this is definitely something that I have been trying to use with whoever I am speaking from the moment I wake up. I know for the first part of video I spoke in a much more rushed. I can't even spell things, pronounce things properly in a rushed tone. So like you have to, this is no, by no means this comes to me like naturally. You should see. I should pull up a video. Maybe I'm not gonna edit any of these videos, but you should. I will maybe in the future I'll show a video of what I looked like when I was recording videos like a year or 2 years back, because I remember there was this. I was doing outreach for for my agency, and it was a kind of outreach where I asked people if they want to see a video breakdown of me breaking down their marketing stuff. And this one CEO, it was a woman, and she replied, "Yes, I want to see it." It was a short video. It was like a 5 to 10 minute breakdown. And do you know how much time it took? It took 5 hours. It took 5 hours for me to record that 5 minutes of video. How? I just, whenever I started the video, every time I said something, I would doubt myself. I would say, okay, that didn't go well, and I would restart the video. And I restarted that video probably 1,000 times in that 5 hours. That is the crazy part. I didn't have trust in myself. I didn't think what I was saying, it was okay, despite like me stuttering. It actually takes a lot of work. It is by no means something you get better at overnight if you are a shy and introvert person, and if you have in general trouble talking to people. First of all, you need to understand, like, you need to trust yourself. You need to have, I know this is hard. If you have not achieved anything, if you don't even believe in yourself, this is going to be this is tough. This is going to be tough, but it is completely doable, right? And you will get like outsized returns based on the amount of effort you put in. So this goes in a lot of like inner game, spirituality, trauma healing, inner child healing, a lot of this kind of stuff. You can kind of like apply a band-aid on your wound instead of like actually fixing it for what it is. So tonality, whenever you walk into a room, if you think the people there are in a high status, if you think they have a higher status than you, you are going to judge what you say. Whenever you open your mouth, your conscious mind will go through everything you say and try to only say the right words. And you know what it does? It makes you stutter. It makes you doubt, judge yourself. It makes you it's like, I will give you an example of internet. I'm assuming if you live in even if it's even I'm in India, I'm living, it's been a few years since we have got a like high speed internet connection. So let's say you have like 100 Mbps, right? And you want to download 10 GB file, or like GTA 5, which is like 65 GB or something. So you want to download 65 GB of GTA 5 on a 100 Mbps network. It might take you like a few hours, right? But what if you only had 10 Mbps? What if you originally have like 100 Mbps, right? You bought the plan for 100 Mbps, but your Wi-Fi is getting shared by all your family. Your mom is maybe watching your TV, your dad is playing YouTube videos, your sister is playing YouTube videos. So like that 100 Mbps of Wi-Fi is getting split by your family. That means you are not getting that whole 100 Mbps. And what is that going to affect? How is that going to affect? That means instead of like few hours of like maybe 3-4 hours of downloading the whole GTA 5, it's going to take you a whole day maybe. It's gonna cut your speed by more than 1/5, 1/4, whatever. Do you understand? Like, that is exactly what is happening when you don't trust yourself. You have this 100 Mbps of bandwidth in your brain, But because you have all this like negative programming running inside your brain that okay, I'm not better than these people, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, those programming are going to take up that 100 mbps. Not all of it, a lot of it. That means you only have a limited amount of memory to work with. That is going to reduce the quality of what you say, right? It is going to reduce, it is going to make you doubt what you say. It is going to make you say the wrong stuff, right? You won't be able to think as fast, you won't be clever on your feet. It is a lot of problems. So that the whole base is like, if there's one thing you can do, one thing you can learn from this whole video, if there's one takeaway, it's like go out, talk to people, talk to as many people as you can. If you don't have time to go out, talk to people in your office, talk to people, talk to your delivery guy, talk to the person next to you. Whenever you are out, whenever you're around people, especially strangers, talk to them like they are your friend, like they are someone you have known them, you have known for a long time. It's something you have to trick your mind to. Whenever you are going to talk to a person, make yourself think, okay, this is my friend, let's talk to him like a friend. It doesn't require any mental gymnastics, but once you do that, once you make it a habit and you make it a habit to talk to a lot of people, you are eventually going to understand, okay, everyone is the same as me. That will give you enough confidence to walk into any room and speak just like yourself. It is not simple, it will take time, maybe a few months, maybe a year, maybe not few months, maybe a year, more than a year or two. This is a slow process, but it will give you such a good core confidence that you will be set up for life. Imagine you are maybe 20, 30 right now, or maybe 40. You do it for 2 years, you will be so good. Like, make it a habit throughout your life. You will enjoy it actually. Once you go out talking to people, making friends, like this is a very underrated skill. And once you make that a habit and you are really good at it, that will give you such a high level of confidence and charisma that it will affect in every area of your life, regardless of what kind of business or job you are in. Do you understand the fact that there have been studies done that people, like especially employers that are hiring, will choose the charismatic person almost all the time over the person that has like higher qualifications? Because maybe the higher person with the higher qualifications are so much into work that they can't really properly hold a very good conversation compared to the charismatic guy. I know this analogy is not applicable to everyone. You might be charismatic and you might be highly working, like highly skilled. My point stands. If you are charismatic, it will help you in every area of your life. So I'm getting off track like all the time, but it is very important that you realize once you learn to trust yourself, you will look people in the eye, you will speak loudly, you will speak clearly, you will say the words in the right way. And if you want to, one of the easiest way to learn tonality and how to speak in a much more clearer way is look at sales. I would definitely recommend you to learn sales, go up videos, learn everything about sales, especially the voice part, tonality, and in sales. If you look up YouTube, you will find a lot of videos exactly what to say, how to say it, everything in a breaking rapport tonality. So, eye contact, tonality. Third one is smile. If you have a deadpan facial expression, which I used to have, and I used to talk like this all the time, people will not really get a good grasp of who you are. All the time in our brains, we make a conscious. It's not conscious. It's like our subconscious brain is always looking out for new threats. When we used to live as hunter-gatherers, it was very important that our brain should be able to like identify whenever there's a new threat outside somewhere around, right? It is very important. If you don't see the lion, you are going to die. You are going to be out of the gene pool. What does this mean in a conversation scenario? If you don't express anything with your face, whether you are smiling, whether you have fun talking to them, they don't know your emotions, and that is dangerous. If they don't even know how you are feeling inside, how what exactly you are thinking, because your face says a lot about you, your eyes especially, but the whole facial structure says a lot about you. If the person you're talking to don't even know what you are saying, that is going to be a problem. I'm not saying it will ruin like all of your interactions, but it will do more harm than good. So the step to overcome that is practice facial expressions. Like I said in my previous video, everything is a skill. You can learn it. Actors learn it. You can actually go up on YouTube and look up like facial expression exercises for actors and learn a lot through that. You can learn a lot. Like the eyebrows itself say a lot because they are like connected to the eyes, and your eyes are like the soul. Your eyes are the soul to your gateway to the your eyes are the gateway to your soul, and that means if you can express yourself properly through your face, that is definitely something I've been working on, and it will improve as my videos progress. You will be much more charismatic. If you have a very good tonality, you will be much more charismatic. If you have a good body language, that will be much more charismatic. I don't really have I don't really have body language problems, not that I'm aware of. So like the tonality and the smile, facial expression has been like a huge problem for me. So that is something I can definitely advise on. I don't want to advise people on something I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? I don't want to. It would be like the blind leading the blind. So my bottle. So tonality, eye contact, your facial expressions, your smile. It is very important. You smile when you talk to people, not all the time when you meet them, especially a genuine smile. I'm not like saying yeah, smile like this. Like have a genuine smile, like how I'm smiling. I can have a deadpan facial expression right now. I can sound serious. I can sound very serious. I can sound very angry, and I can laugh. I can smile. It is something you can learn. It is something you can do on command. It's like going to a boxing gym, and they tell you keep your hands up, and you say that's not me. That's not me. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get beaten blue and black. You're gonna get beaten a lot badly. So it's like boxing. It's like keeping your hands up. It's like having the right stance, smiling. It's a must. It's your face is comprised of like muscles. If you learn how to use those muscles, like using your hands, smiling, it becomes very naturally. You become much more pleasing to people, like a eye candy. I don't know if I'm using the right analogies. But yeah, smiling, tonality, your body language. I will definitely have you look into body language. Oh yeah, when you're talking to people, let's say it's a new person or maybe it's an old person, face them directly. Like how I'm talking to you directly. I'm not sitting like this. I'm not sitting like this. I'm not talking to you like this. That would be weird. That wouldn't be as engaging as right now. I'm talking to you directly, right? And that doesn't mean you have to speak directly to them all the time. It's not a law. It's not a physical law. Physics law. Physics. You cannot break physics law. I think it's not a law, right? You can bend the laws, but it's very important that you understand when to break them instead of like not doing it at all. Face them directly, have proper tonality like I have right now, speak loudly so they can hear you, speak clearly, have a breaking report tonality, look into what sales teaches you about tonality, have a smile when you're talking to people, like especially at the start, be more expressive, learn how to be more expressive. Look people in the eye when you're talking to them, not all the time, you can dart around, but look them in the eye. these simple steps will transform like your social skills from like right here to right here. And there are a few other things that I would definitely add on. It's like how much energy are you conveying? Like right now I can speak like this and it would be kind of like monotonous, because my energy, if you see like my previous videos, if I spoke like this, and all my videos, if I was like drawing a line of energy, like a chart of energy throughout the videos, it will be like this. Now if I speak like this, if I raise my volume, if I be more expressive, use my hands, maybe my body and everything, that doesn't mean I have to speak loudly. I can slow down, I can go slow, I can go very slow, but that means I'm varying my energy. I'm not staying at the same level, I'm changing it around. It's like a wave. You have to learn how to inject more power. And you, like I said, the video game analogy, if you I used to play Rainbow Six Siege, and I got so much more comfortable at talking to people, random people, whenever I hop on. I used to scream loudly. I don't know. Sadly, I don't have any recordings. Maybe I will record myself playing when I get back home in Calcutta. But I used to scream, not like scream like a madman, but like, "Yo guys, what's up? What's going on?" It's like that to people that didn't know me in random lobbies. And this another key aspect that you need to understand: when you fully express yourself, you are going to be polarizing. That means a lot of people will not like you, and a lot of people will like you, love you actually. You will find people that will not like you, that will hate you, and people that will love you. If you are not charismatic, if you are not putting yourself enough, if you are not polarizing enough, you will find people that will be neutral, indifferent to you, and people that kind of like you. Like they're like, man, I kind of like it. He's a nice, he's a okayish guy. If you want to be that okayish guy, the nice guy, by all means, be the monotonous. Speak like this. Don't express yourself. Don't look people in the eye. Speak like this all the time. Don't even face them. It's your choice. If you want people to love you, if you want to find the people that love you, you have to be polarizing. That means even when I'm putting out these videos, I know a lot of people will not like me. A lot of people will watch the first few seconds of the video and they will click off, and that is completely okay. If they don't want me, I don't want them either. And that is something that you understand once you learn to trust yourself. So that is pretty much it. I've been speaking for about 27 minutes, much more longer than I thought I would need to. Ask me in the comments if you have anything. Maybe I will cover more of this in future videos. This is definitely something a lot of people don't really cover. But yeah, if you walk into a room, if you speak loudly, you speak with a smile, you are addressing everyone, "Hey bro, what's up? Hey bro, what's up?" You will automatically be the most charismatic person in the room. That shows you are someone that is used to environments like this. That shows you have value. That shows that you are a fun, outgoing guy. And when you are a fun, outgoing guy, when you are the person that is raising the energy in the room, people will gravitate towards you. People want to be around you. People will love you. Some will hate you, but mostly people will love you. And that is what you want, don't you? Alright, I will leave you with this. Let me know if you have anything in the comments. And have a great day.